Hi there, this is Diecast channel, and in this video we're going to do a review on this 1969 Shelby Mustang GT 500 made by Earl in a 1/18 scale. So stay with me to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't subscribed yet. Give me a thumbs up, leave your comments below, and also click the bell for news. So let's unbox this car and take a better look at it. That's 1969 Ford Mustang Shelby. This was styled by Carroll Shelby at the time. It started back in 1966, and those cars were sort of differentiated from the original Mustangs not only by their style but by their powertrain, since they counted on stronger engines. The 1969 Shelby GT 500 counted on a Cobra Jet 428 big block V8 that had around 335 horsepower, but this was the power that was declared by the factory. When measured, this power was much higher than that, going over 400 horsepower. And this was very similar to what happened to Buick GSX in 1970 and 1971. 1969 Shelby Mustang was differentiated from the original Mustangs with some style changes in the Mustang body, such as front fenders and hood made in fiberglass. The hood had 5 air intakes. Those 5 air intakes were all functional. 3 ones in the front worked blowing cold air in the engine. The central one was a ram air system, and the 2 ones in the rear used to exhaust the hot air from the engine. There were also 2 air intakes in the rear quarter panels that used to cool down the brake system. They were completely functional in this car. This car had a completely different rear end with custom spoiler in the trunk lid, different style with different tail lights, and an insert right in the trunk lid surrounded by chrome trim and with the chrome Shelby letters. And the tail lights were long and horizontal and had sequential blinkers. The car also had a roll cage made in black. Despite being a very interesting and a very wanted muscle car, it was very expensive. Muscle cars were not really expensive cars, but this particular Mustang Shelby cost about as much as a Cadillac. This model car counts on very nice wheels and tires, very good chrome, very nice painting job. Moving parts, just doesn't have an open trunk. That would be nice to have. The hinges are not the best ones, but not the worst ones. I would say just in front of a 1969 Shelby GT 500, we have this brand new grille. It's completely different from the one in the Mustang. I personally think this front reminds me of the AMC Javelin. This grille, those headlights, quite similar. And this is not a real grille, but a mesh that mocks the real one. This hood that used to be made in fiberglass, just like the front fenders, has 5 operational scoops. They're all functional. We have the front ones, and there's one that used to work as a ram air, and those 2 ones that were rather for exhaust and hot air from the engine. The headlights look very realistic. The chrome bumper and the chrome trim around the grille are very well made and are in a very good shape. Windshield has a very good transparency, and the wipers are separate parts. The windshield frame is made in chrome trim, and the chrome has a very good quality. The mirrors are in right proportion. We have completely different skirt and directional lights and air intakes for this Mustang compared to the original Mustang. Mocked grille mesh and a Cobra emblem on the driver's side of the grille. 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine in the correct color, Ford blue. The air filter pan looks a little bit plastic, and a ram air that's right here in the hood. The hinges are a little bit too inward. They should be a little bit more outwards. Of course, in the original car, they would be panographic and have the spring. This is a cheaper line, so these hinges are quite simple. We have 2 horns and the front panel, the radiator, the oil cap, and the grille. They are pretty well made. And the engine bay is all made in a black piece of plastic with those 2 diagonal braces, just like we have in the original Mustang and the Ford Maverick. Car interior is all made in black. The seats do not tilt. Roll bar is from the Shelby. That's made in black plastic as well, just like the top, but it's got a pretty good realism. The door panels are a little bit too shiny for mocking leather. The steering wheel has this 3-spoke steering wheel. The dashboard has got some wooden pattern trims. The gauges are well made.
Pedals are cast in plastic, and the floor has got a black plastic that mocks a carpet. Door hinge, which is quite big, could be a little bit better, but it's okay. From the passenger side, this kind of dashboard was very common in Mustangs since the very first model back in 1964. Doors open and close correctly. Rear end of a car with this new spoiler that's made in fiberglass with the Shelby letters in this insert. This insert is actually made in black with the letters made in chrome. The chrome is a little bit worn out, but still in very good shape. The taillights have a good realism. Just the chrome is a little worn out, but they're in very good shape and they're made in acrylic. The license plate used to hide a gas cap. In a regular Mustang, it would be right here below the bumper. But in the case of a Shelby DT 500, the dual exhaust tips move to the center in those two rectangular exhaust tips. I personally don't like the solution. I think they don't look as nice as they used to be in a regular Mustang, where they would be made in regular dual exhaust tips below those reverse lights made in chrome pieces. But it's okay, it's part of the car, so I'm just going to leave the way it is. Trunk lid, unfortunately, is fixed. Does not open. It's very well cast in metal. It looks like the chrome's got some chips here, but these are actually reflexes. Chrome is in excellent shape. Earl makes quite good undercarriages. This undercarriage is no exception. It's all made of plastic. It's got a reinforcement here that would be for a car that's actually convertible. That would probably reinforce the body against torsion, especially because you can't count on the top. We have the front suspension, the rear suspension, the dual exhaust, the two pipes, the mufflers, the gas tank, and the mufflers go all the way to the back, and then they get united here in those central tips. They're made in black. Perhaps they should be painted in metal color. The engine looks quite good in this blue color. Perhaps this transmission should be in aluminum, and this engine should be repainted in order not to look so much like plastic. The wheels and tires are very nice. It's got those 5-spoke wheels, those Max. This front skirt that was made for the Mustang Shelby, that was not from the original Mustang. And a car that is a unibody, just like the other Mustangs. It's a very well made undercarriage. And again, I say what I always say about Greenlight artisan cars, that they should improve their undercarriages in order to have a better quality undercarriage for their 1 to 18th cars. Ranking this car from 0 to 10, I would give it a 9, as it's got a very good quality painting, very good chrome. It's according to its proposal. It's an older model car. The chromes are very well preserved. The painting is very well preserved. There are no chips. So I'd like to thank you for all likes and views, for all subscriptions. Please don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't subscribed yet. Give me a thumbs up, share this video, write down your comments what you think about the video and about the car. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.